The human veteran gave up on the date. Then an alien woman walked in. The cafe overlooked the lower rings of Orion Station. All glass walls and drifting stars, soft music played. But it couldn't hide the awkward silence sitting across the small table. Marcus Halle checked the time on his wrist implant for the third time. 20 minutes late, again, he exhaled slowly. The way the medics had taught him back during the war, slow breath in, slower breath out, didn't help much. This was a bad idea, he muttered. Marcus was a human veteran. Retired from the Coalition Marines after 12 brutal years, fighting border wars against species most civilians only knew from news feeds. He had scars under his jacket, metal in his knee, and memories he didn't talk about. Blind dating was supposed to be part of his reintegration plan. Reconnect with society, they'd said. Meet new people, they'd said. So here he was, alone, again. The server came over. A nervous-looking android with flickering eyes. "Sir, would you like another drink?" Marcus shook his head. "Just the bill." The android hesitated. "Your match has not checked in yet. She's not coming," Marcus said. Standing, "Trust me." He grabbed his jacket and turned toward the exit. That's when the doors slid open, and the room changed. Conversations dipped, a few heads turned. Someone dropped a glass. She stepped inside like she didn't notice any of it. Tall, graceful blue skin that shimmered softly under the lights. Long silver hair flowed down her back. Catching hints of starlight from the window, her eyes deep blue, almost glowing, scanned the cafe with calm focus. Alien, not just any alien, one of the Nithra. Marcus froze. Every soldier knew that species. The Nithra were rare. Powerful, emotionally bonded during the war. They'd been neutral mediators, and sometimes terrifyingly efficient fighters when pushed. And one of them was walking straight toward his table. Marcus's hand instinctively twitched near his side, where a weapon used to be. Old habits. She stopped in front of him. "Marcus Halle?" she asked. Her voice was smooth, almost musical, with a faint echo like water over crystal. "Yeah," he said slowly. "That's me. I apologize for my delay," she said. "There was a misunderstanding with station security. Apparently, my presence causes concern." She glanced around. Half the cafe was staring. Marcus swallowed. "You're my date," she nodded once. "If you are still willing." For a long moment, Marcus said nothing. He had given up. Fully. He'd already decided this night was another reminder that normal life wasn't meant for him anymore. And now this. He cleared his throat. Yeah, sure, sit." She sat across from him, folding her hands neatly on the table. "I am called Cerise," she said. "This is my first human courtship setting." Marcus let out a short, humorless laugh. "You picked a weird place to start. I was advised that veterans prefer honesty and quiet environments," Cerise replied seriously. Marcus blinked. "Who told you that?" "Your psychological profile," she said calmly. He choked on air. "My what?" Cerise tilted her head slightly. "The matching system provided it. Was I not meant to review it?" Marcus rubbed his face. "You aliens really don't do privacy, do you?" "Privacy," she said thoughtfully, "is considered inefficient when seeking genuine connection." He studied her for a moment. She wasn't joking, she wasn't flirting, she was trying. "Look," Marcus said, lowering his voice, "you don't have to do this. If this is some cultural experiment or political thing." "It is neither," Cerise interrupted gently. "I requested a human veteran specifically. That hit him harder than any insult ever had." "Why?" he asked. Her eyes softened. "Because you survived." Marcus leaned back slowly. "A lot of people survived. Not like you," she said. "You protected civilians during the fall of Kepra. You disobeyed orders to evacuate a Nithran medical ship." His jaw tightened. "How do you know about that?" "Because I was on that ship," she said quietly. The noise of the cafe faded. Marcus stared at her. Really looked at her now. "You were One of the wounded. I was a medical apprentice, Cerise said. Our defenses failed. Pirates breached the hull. We believed we would die. She met his eyes. Then a human soldier with a damaged leg held the corridor alone for 6 minutes. Marcus felt something twist in his chest. I don't even remember faces from that day, he said. I remember yours, she replied. Silence stretched between them. Heavy but not uncomfortable. Finally, Marcus exhaled. So this is a thank you dinner, Cerise shook her head. No, this is curiosity. And choice. She hesitated, then added. Nitherans form bonds rarely, but when we do, they last a lifetime. I wish to see the man who valued our lives over his orders. Marcus laughed softly. Shaking his head, you really know how to mess with a guy's expectations. Is that bad? She asked. No, he said. Just unexpected. They ordered food. Real food this time. As they talked, Marcus realized something strange. The tension he carried everywhere on stations. In crowds, even alone, wasn't there. Cerise listened, truly listened. She didn't rush his words or look away when he mentioned the war. She didn't flinch at the dark parts. And when she spoke of her people, her fears, her loneliness living among humans, Marcus found himself leaning in. Hours passed unnoticed, eventually. The cafe began closing down. Marcus stood, then paused. So, what happens now? Cerise considered him. On my world. If a first meeting brings clarity rather than confusion, the second meeting is chosen freely, he smiled faintly. And here, she said, standing closer than before, I believe humans call it. Seeing where things go, they walked toward the exit together. At the doors, Marcus stopped. Cerise, yes, Marcus Halle, you know I'm not easy. I have nightmares, bad days, a past that doesn't go away. She met his gaze without hesitation. I do not seek perfection, I seek truth. Outside, stars drifted silently beyond the glass corridors. Marcus had walked into that cafe ready to give up instead. He walked out with someone who saw him not as a weapon, not as a broken veteran, but as a man worth choosing. And for the first time since the war ended, Marcus believed that maybe the future hadn't given up on him either.